Alright. You gotta stay quiet on the set.
Okay, that too. Oh, come on. What didn't I do right?
It says it's live. It says.
Yeah, YouTube don't.
Yeah, I'm
So,
not. Yeah,
come on. Oh, hello! We are live. There, that helps. I'm not hearing this feedback now.
Hey, everybody.
Anyhow, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hi, Huga. How
Hey,
you doing,
Uga.
babe? Um, last night Iowa got hit by tornadoes. There are some casualties, and today we've got winds, cold winds. So, anyhow, keep those people in prayer. Hey, Christy Sue. And
Hey, Christy.
like I was talking with God tonight, gas prices went up Friday night. They went up again last night. The average gas price for everybody but Arizona and California is $4 a gallon. Out in California and Arizona, it's like $5 a gallon or more. And guess what? It's not going to stop. And they're saying that the grocery store prices have went up 24% already, and oh yeah, it ain't going to stop either. So, it is more and more important than ever for you to be stocked up, be prepared, um, so that way you don't have to pay the high prices and you're still able to function. Grow your food, if you can. If you can't, stock up in supplies as best as you're able to. Uh, it's not no joke. We gotta be ready for whatever they dish out, and we can do this. We can do this, and if we're stocked up and all heinous breaks loose, guess what? We won't be the ones freaking out. If you're able to figure out how to do things and function without gas and electricity, you won't be freaking out. You'll be even that much closer to when uh they pull whatever they're gonna pull on us. So that's why I like my lifestyle, because I can take and mix the old with the new, but I can also take and remove the new and still function, because I didn't forget. I actually keep using my stuff and my ways. We're going to find out why great grandmas, and for some of you, great great grandmas, didn't throw anything out. They didn't throw away that little piece of string, okay? They didn't throw anything out that could be used for something somewhere, someplace else. They kept it. They didn't throw out their scrap materials, they kept them
Yeah.
because they could sew them together and make stuff. You know, cans, they didn't throw them out. They'd take them apart, because if you go right down the seams of them, you can cut them right apart. You use a pair of tin snippers, you can flatten them out, you can use them for whatever you need to use them for. You can make things out of it, you know. Um, you just have to be able to do things by hand, which means no electricity, no batteries, no gas, because that's what it's coming to. Now, I do have to say this part. No, I don't drive. No, I do not have a car. But I do have to pay somebody to take me to town once a month so I can get supplies and take care of my business. So, yeah, that's how come I know about this stuff. That and the fact I keep up on what is being thrown at us. because some believe that the people are the enemies, you know. So just want you to be as ready as possible. If you live out on a farm or a homestead or whatever, and you're able to have chickens and a cow and a pig, good. That's really great. That's wonderful. But I can't do that where I live. And I know there are people that can't do that where they live too. But I can do a garden. And so I'm hoping I can help people who want to start out, who want to learn, people with disabilities to be able to do a garden. And, you know, it's not going to be easy. And even if you're a strong, healthy human, it still won't be easy without that good old gas and electricity or battery to operate your stuff because it's all going to be by hand. And that can take a lot of muscles and back work and elbow grease and sweat and tears. But we got to do what we got to do so we can grow our food so we don't have to pay for it high prices and stuff, you know, and have an upper hand to able us to help ourselves. That's priceless. I don't care who you are. Yes, Huga, we can do this. You doggone right we can. You know. Um Another thing is and I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it until a lot of you guys that aren't aware of it, learn it and can wake up to the fact. Back in 2000, the United States was already earmarked and everything to the Great Depression. Now everything is much higher and more expensive. High ultimate acres, and so it's worse now than what it was for the Great Depression because so many people have gotten greedy. There's no reason for them to be charging outrageous prices. They don't manufacture things different. In fact, most places have machines that do the work, not people. And
And ingredients are cheaper. So most everything's synthetic in the food now. So what are we paying for again? Lab
exactly.
grown stuff instead of natural stuff like they used to put in food products or
Yep.
beverages.
Well, I don't
And they're
know.
charging more.
I don't buy too many beverages. I don't buy any pop. So if y'all want to come to my house and have a soda
The bulk
or a
makers.
pop, you're in trouble. You'll die of thirst. We do have plenty of good water. Um, we got coffee. We got hot chocolate. No, we don't drink, so you're SOL on that stuff too. Oh no, I lost my buddy of crime. He'll come back. Yeah, washing dishes. Um, that's okay. You can still listen. Even washing dishes. That will be something that we have to do by hand. There won't be
Shit.
no dishwashers. Except for, I've always used a period correct from the 1800s, which is your right hand, your left hand. Yeah, he's back, Huga. Um, anyhow, you know, your right hand, your left hand, they don't need electricity. They don't take batteries, and they don't take gas. However, if you eat a
Dr.
can of
Friends.
beans, you'll have gas, you know.
Natural
But
gas.
yeah, natural gas too. I mean, and the gas company will get mad because they didn't get to charge you for it, you know. But
Yeah.
um, ultimate acres. If the water isn't high priced where you're at, um, believe it or not, As long as you keep the ground soaked, you can work the ground and you can grow stuff.
Yep.
But you might have to put one of those cloths up over your plants so that the sun don't bake them. It blocks the sun. But yeah, um, awesome. Ultimate Ultimate Acres uses the same kind of dishwasher I run. Oh, Ultimate Acres, you gotta make the sound of the dishwasher though. You know, don't l- don't let the
Yeah,
ducks operate the phone.
for immersion reasons. You gotta make the dishwasher sound.
Yeah, it if you do sound effects when you're doing something manually, that's the selling point, you know, because you're making you're making it. Guys, Knight, what in the world are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You were doing something because there was a lot of
What the heck? I'm on my
yeah.
I'm on my phone now. I'm not on the laptop this time because I want to see if being on my phone is more convenient than hotspot connection. So maybe
Uh,
that's what it is. I don't know.
I don't know, but it sounded like I noticed it was doing it the last time. It goes like you're pulling something or dragging something
Yeah,
across the
air
floor.
conditioning sounds because I have my window open, so I'm doing air conditioning sounds.
So, oh cracker. Sis, um, contact your brother and tell him I'm online or I'm on live. But anyhow, yeah. There won't be no air conditioning. Oh, yeah. How did they do it back in the day? Well, actually, here's how they used to do it back in the day. The windows had full screens, a top and bottom. They would open up the bottom window and they pulled down the top window. Okay, they pulled the top down a little. It would let the cool air in. The bottom window was open wider. It let the hot air out. It was a natural air conditioner. That's how they did it. Um, but you know, we can do this. We can get through this.
Yeah, exactly. Life noises because life happens.
Yeah. Um, I just am to the point where, you know, we've got to do what we got to do. And when you're planting a garden, remember, grow what you like. Okay? Think of what you like and grow what you like, what you know you will use. Because if you grow something for Billy Joe Bob, thinking, okay, Billy Joe Bob likes this, and Sally Doopaloopa likes that, and so you plant it thinking you're gonna surprise them. They'll want it,
Yeah.
they'll appreciate it, or they'll even trade you for it. And then when time comes, they won't. You know, it never works out. So yeah, you gotta take. Hey, boss diggity.
Hey,
This is
Vash.
why I couldn't answer phone calls. Um, anyhow, it's one thing we gotta do. We gotta do what we can for ourselves. You know, and right now we need to be starting to focus on ourselves. Awesome, boss diggity. Awesome.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, you gotta save yourselves. Um, when I say that, I'm not saying it to be cruel to anybody, but you gotta watch it also if somebody comes and knocks at your door. Hey, Rolf.
Yeah, exactly, Hugo.
Rolf, I need a cup of sugar. You know, it might be a legit situation, but
Yeah.
again, it might not be. It might be, Ralph, it's Vern. Let me in. I need a cup of sugar. And you let him in, you give him a cup of sugar. Hey, Ralph's got sugar. Ralph's got supplies. We can go get his supplies from him. Yeah, that's good. You know, type of deal. We're trying to help you prevent that one and avoid that one too. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to not sweat the small stuff, stay focused, and laugh. Right, that's what you gotta do. And everybody used to laugh at me when I'd say, hey, you gotta laugh at something every day. I don't care if it's a small, tiny little thing. You know, find something every day, even if it's a small little bitty thing like watching an ant carry something. And you watch it and you laugh. You know, we got to
Yeah.
do that because laughter is really good medicine. You know what I'm
Especially if you
saying?
have ducks.
Well, get all your ducks in a row. I could tell you something. You take a piece of meat, put it on a fishing line without the hook on a pole. One duck will eat it and crap it out. Another duck will come along, eat it, crap it out. And then you can take reel your line and the ducks will go all in a row for you. Okay, not funny,
Yeah.
but hey, stuff like that back in the day used to be cheap entertainment for some people, not me.
Duck
Okay.
centipede, huh?
Yes, you can. There's nothing wrong with laughing at yourself. I do it all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, humility goes a long way because then what people say, you don't care. You don't care about what people say. You can laugh at yourself.
Right. You know, I mean, it's one of those things where we're gonna be going through some hard times, guys, and yeah, some of us are gonna be crying from time to time. But dang, we're gonna have periods in situations where it might be serious here, but later on, looking back at it, you could actually laugh at it because it was a stupid situation, even though it was a scary one. Um,
Yeah.
and then there are gonna be look at look at life through a little kid's eyes. Okay, that is funny stuff. I'm telling you. I used to sit on my front porch and watch a neighbor kid, and he was a sweetheart. Okay, but I could call his moves before he made them, and it was rather interesting, you know, because it was big time comedy hour. It's like I'd think it, and watching him 2 seconds later, he'd do what I was thinking. You know, his dad didn't always think it was funny, but I did. You know, don't give a little boy a bat and then tell him to hit the ball when you're not far enough away from the bat. Dad got hit. You know, don't put a garden hose down that's on and thinking that your kid's gonna leave it alone. They'll pick it up every time they'll squirt you just to see if it worked. Yeah, that's a good excuse. I believe it. You know, I mean things like that. It's just
So that boy was batting double every time, huh?
came close. He hit both the legs. How's that one? Right at the knees. You know, I mean, he was just a little bitty fart, which was why it was so funny. You know, but it's like a neighbor kid of ours was watching what we were doing. I'm having a bad health day. No energy. Yesterday was better. Tomorrow will be better. Take advantage of good days and get stuff done. Yes, Huga. Exactly. You know, and even when you're not feeling really good, you can find what I call putz jobs. Things that you do sitting down, things that take 2 seconds to do, putz jobs, you know. I'm not saying that if if you've got a really bad health day to push yourself. No, that's not what I'm saying. Because you need to regenerate your battery too. And if you're having a bad health day and the sun's out and it's not too cold, go sit, take a chair, a lawn chair. They make real light lawn chairs. Take it out, set it up, and sit in the sun. Take something to drink with you. Gig worker. That's somebody that works with like telephone lines and power poles. Um, or is it an oil worker? Ultimate acre. As, or is it like somebody that travels around with famous shows, or somebody that goes from like this concert sets up. There's different forms of gig. So yeah, but I was just wondering. That's why I was asking. Um, there are days where you don't feel good. It's okay to take a day off.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking a day off. You got 6 other days to do stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Doing micro jobs to earn extra money without working full day jobs. Awesome.
Cool.
Isn't that kind of like doing a concert? They kind of work a couple hours and then, they have the rest of the day off. Jarred dills and spinach off dehydrator while sitting and folding. Yeah,
Yeah, light
see?
duty. That's good.
Yeah.
Even light duty counts.
That don't count as putzing, but that does count. Okay? Because you get it takes a lot. You gotta remember how many hours something takes to dehydrate and then, you know, turn it, flip it, whatever. And then gotta let it cool down, put it in the jars or whatever you're gonna do with it, and then seal it. And laundry, oh, that's heavy lifting. But yeah, that's what a gig worker is. Just gets paid to do a job. Private contractor, aka freelancer. Ooh, okay. That is an awesome job to have, you know. But
Yeah, kind of like that dirty jobs guy. Does all kinds of dirty jobs.
that's
Doesn't
Mike.
matter what job it is.
Yeah, gotta get your hands dirty. Dirty jobs. And he's a heck of a singer. Just saying. Got strawberries and
Uh,
blueberries and dehydrators still.
blueberries and
Now, so
strawberries.
still prepping.
They sound good.
Yep. Yeah. You
Damn it,
know,
Huga.
I got stuff I could be making too, but yeah. Uh, you know, but we gotta do this because we can't let our food go to waste, and the more we're prepared, the better off we are. You know, so
Yeah, I was just saying about Huga because I can snack on strawberries and blueberries every day.
I don't know, Mr. Dirty Jobs can. Yes, he can. Oh yeah, yeah. Him and who was it? John from Big and Small. They done a song together. Santa's got a dirty job, and it went to number one last year. Outdone some other famous artists. And John went to the bathroom, and he came back, And he says, "All right, that's it. I got it. I got it. I got the mute. I've got it." And while it was in there, he wrote it down. You know, and they put music to it, and yeah, Santa's got a dirty job. Ooh. But yeah, that guy can sing. Try
Yeah,
not to
exactly.
be wasteful either. That is,
Do not be
yeah.
wasteful. Yeah.
And another thing is, um, when things get rough, okay, because some people are already talking about bringing back the ration cards and rationing stuff. Well, when they do that, that means you're going to only get to eat what they think you should, the amount they think you should eat, the amount the government thinks a person needs to eat, and it's going to be a lot smaller than what people are used to.
Yep.
So
No more decadence. No more
dehydrated
helping
fruits,
yourself.
veggies, spoiled by bunnies in the winter. Yeah, well, those bunnies are good eating too. And you keep the hides from it, and you make stuff with it. Just saying. I'm not trying to be cruel to the bunnies. I love bunnies, but you know,
Well, yeah, it's nothing about being cruel. It's just how people live then. Some people live like that now, so it's just like you said, it's a way of life.
yep.
I mean, you're not wasting the animal. I mean, you're actually showing the animal
You
a
appreciate
sense
the
of,
animal.
yeah,
You
appreciating it to use
appreciate
it.
the animal, and you're thankful at the same time because he's gonna fill your belly up and make a good stew, or baked in the oven or in a pan on a stove, wood stove or something, even over a grill or a fire pit. Yeah, that's good stuff. So let's grill. Just saying,
Yeah, exactly. With any
you
animal
know.
that we use for survive, to survive the next day, to eat and like JT said, use its hide for something, you making it useful. I mean, you're not wasting the animal. You're showing
Right.
it respect and appreciation that, thank you for give me another 2 days to live and to make something out of your hide eventually, small pieces at a time.
I the, I like Hugo's thinking. Yes, I was right. Awesome sauce. Ultimate acres. All about control. I'm building for longevity. These fads are to be luxurious, wasteful, or horrible. Greed is why the world is in the spot it's in.
Exactly, ultimate.
Exactly. And that's what I've been saying. This throwaway stuff, I didn't never jump on that bandwagon.
Yeah,
Um,
we've talked about it before. It's a throwaway society and a society of just consumerism. Just buy, because everything is mass produced. Everything's comes in a nice little package. It's all convenient.
yeah, and there will be a time where, you know, um, they're gonna shut off communications for people too. So, hey, Frontier Survival, how you
Hey,
doing?
Francine.
We're glad that you're here. But yeah, you know, because they don't want people talking either. I mean, all of this is known stuff. I can't get spanked too hard for saying it, but that's okay.
He's-
You know,
Whoever Frontier is a white dot. So I'm black, he's white. Everything's all right.
no, actually, he's got a green little icon or
Oh, mine
avatar.
is white.
It,
Yeah,
it's green
mine
and
is white.
black. It's green and black. Um,
Weird.
he he's got a good channel too. I mean, all you guys here have great channels. Don't get me wrong. Media tells you what you need more and more and more. Next thing's coming out, etc. Yeah. Well, guess what? I like the old things. Okay, the stuff that was built to last.
Right,
It's
exactly,
not
Biggie.
modern stuff. It's stuff that nobody wants, but it works great. Doing well in the Commonwealth. Awesome. You know, if people quit throwing away, you know, You'd be surprised how much money you'd save.
Well, people do, and that's the thing. People do this with homes. Oh, you have a home from 2021. Well, buy the newest home 2022. Oh, you have the latest vehicle from 2021. Well, buy this vehicle 2022, and they do it. Brand new vehicle, not even a year old, or a house not even a year old, but it's the newest thing, so they go and buy it. And it's like,
I
what's the point of that?
I like it when you got like a HMO, and I don't have an HMO area. Thank you. But when you're in an HMO and yeah, Miss Snickety Snick comes out. Oh, you got that car there? That's your
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
Get that car
Exactly. That's
off
what they
the
do.
road. It can't be seen. Put it in your garage. You need to get a newer car. How old is your car? Um, 3 years old. Oh, that's so outdated. You gotta get a
Yeah.
new one.
Yep.
Yeah, well, if you
Nothing
don't give
wrong
them
with it.
the attention, they don't get too far. It's like I love it. I really do. I love it when I get phone calls. Hi, we see that the warranty on your vehicle is running out. If you want to update it and keep it going, you need to push this number, talk to somebody, or you can hang up the phone, or you can hit this button. Blah 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 blah. You hit the button, and they come on. They says, "We need the make and model of your vehicle." Okay, I got two of them. They're like, "Oh man, just they're just drooling at the mouth. Oh, we got a good sucker here. She's got two of them." And I'm like, yeah, one's a 2020 yard cart. It's a yard dump cart. Okay, what's the other one? It's a red or 2008, right? Yeah, 2008, 2009 red Flyer wagon. What kind of Volkswagen? It's a red Flyer wagon. What kind of Volkswagen? No, you're not understanding. And I spell it out for them. I say, now look it up. You'll understand what I'm talking about now. Well, I've never heard of a Volkswagen called that. Punch it in, out, and they hang up on me. So I never find out if my warranty got extended or not on my vehicles. It's like, how rude you called me. You should know my information before you call. It's like the pharmacies now. They're calling. Have you gotten your vaccine or your booster, or would you like to? Click. It's none of their business.
Exactly.
The HIPAA law prevents us from knowing. For one, and two, it's my business, not theirs.
Right.
If you get them, you get them. If you don't get them, that's your business too. So, no matter what, it's my business. I like it though when people call you. Yeah, oh, your credit card. We can get you a good discount for your credit payment. Really? Oh, this ought to be awesome. And then you push the button to talk to the person. Hello, how may I help you? Like, I need your number. I need your name and I need your number. Da 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 da. Oh, that's the problem we have with this phone call. What do you mean there's a problem with the phone call? There's no problem with the phone call. Yeah, there is. One, you're a scammer. Two, I don't have a credit card, so how are you gonna get me a cheaper payment on it?
Yeah.
Click, they hang up on you.
How good of a payment can payment plan can you get me on $0?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you, Ultimate Acres.
That's
We
cool.
that's
Yeah.
what
That's
that's
cool,
what
Ultimate.
Ultimate Acres. That's what we're here for. We're here to help people learn. We're here to help people figure out how to do things. We can't tell you exactly, okay, you have to do it this way. No, I wouldn't do that. Why? Because where you live in Arizona, the way I do things up here where I live won't work down there in Arizona because the ground is totally different, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, like you gotta soak your ground with a lot of water before you can turn it with a shovel to break it up to plant a garden, you know. Um, but yeah, we do. We are here to help. We're here to, help people learn. We'll give advice when we can. Um, well, that is annoying. Insurance wanting to help. Biweekly letters, text calls offering free value. Yeah, exactly. But we're here to help people learn, and if you have a question, you know, we know the answer, we'll tell you. If we don't know the answer, we'll tell you. And sometimes we all just gotta roll up our sleeves together and figure out the answer to the question, you know. But that's okay because that's how we learn. That's how we are, you know. It's better to ask questions when you have a question. There's no stupid question. But
Right.
and don't be afraid to ask questions, honey.
Right.
You
And
know.
I agree. Not asking a question is a bad move on your end. It's a
And the
mistake
reason I,
because you could have
well, the reason
you could have
I
gotten an answer.
hey
Go ahead, Jason.
Cajun,
Hey, Gage.
um, the reason I said that was because Ultimate Acres, um, he was thanking us for learning, and then he said what, and I was explaining why I said what I said. So poor
What?
Danny, we found out what faith yours is last night. Don't know if I've got a faith or not. However, Danny, it's okay. We're still gonna be able to have fun no matter what. Remember, I have something up my sleeve too. You know, something I know you're gonna laugh your butt off over, but and besides, I'd like to see that quarter when it was on that hand of that man. Just saying, you know. Yeah, they started telling the people of Shedworth whose team they're on last night. They're gonna do some more of them tonight, so we'll see. You know, but it's all gonna be fun. I'm gonna have fun, but only make 1 pound for the team will grow. uh, yeah, Cinder said she was gonna be sending a lot more gifts too this year for him. So that ought to get really good and hilarious, you know. But I wasn't, when I said I'd send you a pair of suspenders, I wasn't saying it to upset Cinder. I was just doing it so that way we could have a joke on a certain person, you know, Mr. John Keeney, about his mankini, you know. That way, if one of us got suspended, we'd both be ready, you know. You didn't sidetrack my life. You're fine, Danny. But yeah, and that's another thing. If you haven't done gardening before and you want to find out about gardening, you can check out Shedworth. They've got a lot of people that know about gardening. Shedworth 22. Um, you can also um, you also can find a neighbor, an older person that lives in your neighborhood, and ask them if they want to, help you learn and want to and are willing to teach you. That's awesome because by you asking them, you know, if they say yes, two things happen instantly. They're giving you your time, or they're giving you their time, and you're giving them your time. Now, by doing that, one, you're learning. Two, you can start growing your own food. And three, you could end up with a heck of a good friendship. So, and if you do, if you're able to find somebody that's willing to help teach you in that when you don't know, afterwards don't turn around and try making jerky out of anything, because of the simple fact, remember, they were nice enough. They taught you. They took their time and taught you.
Yeah, don't be disappointed if you do get people that are gonna. Well, I don't need you anymore. I got everything I needed out of you. Let them do that because there's gonna be people like that regardless.
Oh yeah, and
As to
if you're
gain.
like if you're like that, not only is it a game, but it's gonna it won't take long, and word will get out on your name and who you are, and nobody's gonna want to do anything with you. Nobody. They're not gonna want to do any kind of business with you. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't use people to benefit yourself. There's you know no point in it. It's not gonna get you any place. You know. And that's one thing I like about Shed Wars. It gives us a good thing for us to teach people about, those that don't know, those that wanna learn, and not everybody can garden the same way. Some have to readjust the way they do things, and that's fine. Don't get me wrong about it. Yeah, yep. No matter what, there is always people that do that. Um, but with Shed Wars, we get to help people learn and stuff, and at the same time, we get to have fun, you know. So, um, so Danny, the dying question, I've got to ask it. It's eating at me. So, what are you gonna call him now? You know who I'm talking about? You gonna call him Bad John? Yeah. Yep. A lot of friendships. So this is gonna be funny because to make 1 pound, to grow 1 pound of food for that, it's um get
Yeah.
interesting.
Exactly, Acres.
Can't really be so kind. Always have to preserve something just for yourself. This government tries to unteach us self-preservation. Well, not just that, but it okay because of the he will be good boy all season. Oh, that is so funny. I couldn't say sad. I couldn't. I could say funny, but I couldn't say sad. But back in the Great Depressions, great great grandmas, okay, uh, didn't throw anything away. Great great grandpas didn't either. They found things to have more than one use, and so nothing got wasted, nothing got thrown away. All right. Um, They got really creative with things, and then um some of the veterans from World War II, they're like, I'm never eating leftovers again. Say what? You know, um, we'll never have old clothes.
Please
Please
know
know
my
my
job
job
is
is to
to
report.
report. What
Report what?
the heck is that about?
I don't have a clue.
Report what? Bad behavior? Running in the hallway? Running with scissors? Running at the pool? Report what?
Shed Warriors,
Incident?
what is your job to report what?
Credit? People not complying with mandates? What? Report what? Gotta be specific. I once knew a guy that had 30 tons of bananas.
Well, that's okay, but if we done something for you to report to we don't know who
I don't
about
even know if this
whatever,
person's legit though.
that's fine and dandy. You're not intimidating me, Shed Warriors. You know?
Exactly.
I'm not an easy person to be intimidated.
Yeah, troll.
No, I've seen Shed Warriors before in other chats, but I'm gonna tell you something. Don't need to come into my chat room.
The only thing they got is Shedworth playlists.
I don't care. Don't need to come in my chat room and say, please no, my job is to report. That ain't how it works, Shed Warriors. If you're here to report back to John or Homestead Aquarius, first of all, you're not supposed to point out that that's what your job is. You just quietly
Exactly.
do it. Two, you don't ever come in my chat room and say, please, no, my job is to report. You're not going to intimidate me or anything because I've not done or said anything wrong. Okay? So go ahead and play your fun heart and report. I don't care.
Report
Even if you have
away.
to make it up. Oh, I'm not upset.
Report away. Don't be
Go for
upset.
it. I'm not upset. But that is not how you start off. Shed words on the right foot either. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, good. I mean, there's no need for you to be bringing that kind of garbage here. If you're gonna report, stay silent. That's your job, right? Because right now you failed at your job,
Yeah.
letting people know you're here.
Not only that, look at how many witnesses we have to what we said. And oh, by the way, FYI, I keep my live feeds. I don't edit them.
Yep.
Okay? So the whole thing's put up there. So now, what are you going to report? Not one of us has said anything bad. So go ahead, report. I don't care. You're not going to hurt me no matter what. Because no matter what, I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. And you're not going to stop me, nor is anybody else. And that, Cajun will tell you, John will tell you, Homestead Aquarius will tell you, I've never hid that fact. I am going to do things the way I've got to do things. So I can help people. Not scare the bejeebies out of them, although you have not scared the bejeebie out of me.
Yeah, you better. You I'm here. You better behave, or I'm telling on you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it
Exactly.
is.
Ultimate Acres. Yeah. It's supposed to be like a mystery shopper. Listen in the background. Don't let anybody know. You can participate in the chat room, but you don't let nobody know that that's what you're doing.
Well, yeah, it's like that stalker you know is there because you see them, but you pretend you don't see them and
Oh,
still go
like my
about your business.
avatar? Like my avatar? They know I'm here. They can hear me. Draw
Yeah,
two
like
sticks. Draw a straight line down from my circle. Okay, that's my body. Two sticks off to the
hey Marlo.
side. No.
Yeah, you got another troll there, Marlo.
Yeah, it's gone.
Spy, not a very good spy. They failed at what they're doing. Like I said, they failed at what they're doing. Not much of a spy there. Oh, I'm a
Oh,
spy. I'm here, but you see me, but then you're not supposed to see me. So you didn't see me, even though you see me.
yeah. And it
Yeah, they failed
they
at their
they
job,
come
their
they
one
can
job.
come in and they can come in, but they just don't last long around here on certain ones. He's
You had
one of
one
John's
job.
greatest.
You had one job, Shed Warriors, and you failed. One job. Can't even do that right.
Well, Cajun, I think John needs to get a different person that is what like Ultimate Acres said. A mystery shopper. Come in, participate, but you don't say nothing to you don't say, I'm here to report. What do you so? What are you gonna report? What are you gonna report? You know, I could understood it if we had said or done something wrong, but we haven't. We've been encouraging people to get prepared. We've been encouraging people to grow garden, you know.
Well, I think we kind of enlightened Shed Warriors, anyways, on what their job actually is. Just so they don't make the same mistake again.
I'm hoping not, but failed miserably.
Yeah, if he was the last guy for dodgeball team member, yeah, I wouldn't pick him.
I would. It's always good to hit him in the shins.
Exactly. I'll let someone else pick him so I can hit him. That's
Yeah.
that's the point.
Oh,
He'll be the
never mind.
only target on the team.
It's like Red Rover, Red Rover. Yeah, no. Oh. Kick the can down the street. Yes, kick the can used to be a game.
Yep.
Okay? Back in the one room schoolhouses, they used to play kick the can. Back in that time span. Oh, yeah. They had all kinds of good games that they played back in the days. But yes, it's really, really, really important that we grow food, we stock up, we stop throwing things away just because, oh, we're tired of that. I'm going to tell you something, okay? Think about it this way: a bedspread. Take two bedspreads, put one up, full, non fitted bedspreads. Put one up on one side of the curtain rod, one up on the other side of the curtain rod. Guess what? Now you have two non-fitted bedspreads up for curtains. Okay? You get tired of it? You don't want it on your bed. You don't want it for curtains. Well, guess what? Now you have material you can make clothes out of. Say what? Yeah, you can. They did it They did it last year. It didn't mean that we said anything wrong. They normally say that when they get in chat and watch.
Well, just watch it in silence. You don't have to say, "Oh yeah, everybody, I'm here."
They're not. No, when
Yeah.
when you're when you're doing that for somebody, it's like a mystery shopper. You go in the store, you look around at the prices, you might buy something, and then you report back, but you don't say jump up and down, say, "Hey, I'm here to report."
Exactly, JT. That's just what I said. And you're like, no. I'm like, that's exactly what I said, but in less words.
Bite me. I'm sorry.
He just gave it
Two
more
hundred,
detail though, which is good.
two, 215 tomatoes in the ground already. A little over 100 left to go. And GH. Wow. Hi, Anthony
Hey, Anthony.
Mazzala. I probably butchered your last name, and if I did, I am so sorry, Anthony.
Was there? Yeah.
Um, well, thank you for liking it up. But, because things are going to get worse, okay? And they're not wasting time on getting them worse either.
Oh no.
Um, the gas went up twice last 2 days. One, it was just under 400, or it, uh, Friday night, it was under $4 a gallon. Today, it's $4 and above a gallon. And if you live in Arizona or California, God's night.
What?
What what's the gas prices out there in Arizona, California?
Too expensive.
That's not answering the.
It's vaguely answering. Okay,
It,
well, in some parts, like I said before, depending on your vendor, it's $6 plus, depending on where you live to in California. But on average, it's at least 4.50 to $5 average in most places.
yeah. So see, gas prices are going up. I thought that might have been what GH was, but I have to make sure. But yes, and they're saying that the average gas price now across America is
Yeah,
$4 a gallon, and it's
national
going to go
average.
up. You know, and the groceries they already went up 24%, and they're going to keep going up too.
Exactly, Ultimate Acres.
So
Thank you for confirming that.
yeah, that's what because they're California and Arizona is always higher than us, and I said the other what was it, a couple weeks ago, when we're this price, they're gonna be even higher.
Yep.
When we're $4, they're gonna be $5. When we're $5, they're gonna be six or even higher. Um, it's crazy, but that's what they want. They want to hurt the people. Well, here's a news flash for you, okay? I wasn't gonna say anything about this, but um, Ukrainian and Hungary, they've stopped. They've cut off the exports. And when I seen this the other night, you can ask God tonight. I said, "Oh, are you telling me that the powers to be, the upper crust people, don't like their bread anymore? Don't like their noodles anymore? Because everybody knows that Ukraine and Hungary and that area are the bread baskets for most of the world. Yeah, America used to grow their own, but no, not no more.
Actually, a lot of people
385
don't know
here.
that, DT. A lot of people don't know that about uh, importing and exporting of goods. Everybody still thinks that the United States grows everything, and the truth is, we really don't grow shit anymore. Excuse my language, but we really don't. And when we do produce, it's not for the United States. It's for Russia, China, most of the UK, most of Europe. Instead of keeping it here and keeping it domestic and selling, see, that's what we used to do. We used to keep our storehouses full for us, and then we would export what we had left over because we always had leftover, and that's what we would export. What we still kept for ourselves. Now it's the complete opposite. Complete opposite. Now we're all our stores. are spent because we're throwing it away pretty much to other countries for pennies on the dollar, for as an example. I'm just saying real cheap, and we're getting nothing out of it. So when we get money for those goods, guess who it filters through first? Our government. So they get all the benefits of that fresh new money flow, and when it trickles down to us, that money is pretty much worthless to us. So we're paying more for something later after the fact.
Cajuns got me feeling a little jealous. They went to the store the other day and they had sliced Boston butts for
Oh, nice.
88 cents a pound.
That's
And they
pretty
picked
good.
up 30 pounds. You didn't pick any up for me. We don't get those kind of prices up here. And it's not sliced either. We have to cook it
Yeah,
and cut it
shit.
and do
Yeah,
it the
we don't
way
even
we
get
want it.
that here in California. Meat's expensive. Everything's expensive here in California.
It is here too. But that's okay. You know. Yeah, I have a thing where people laugh at me when I do this. I'll get cravings, okay? And it's a weird craving that I get. I just have to have some fat, like some pork fat or some beef fat with a little bit of meat. Oh man, I'll just eat that stuff like no other. Everybody around me is like, I don't like that. I do. Give it here. I do. Give it here. You know, it. I have to have fat. Everybody's got to have fat.
Yep.
Without fat, your body will not work right. Surprise. You
Yep.
know, not only that, hard times come. You're not going to want to just throw fat out. You want to cook it down, you want to save it. So you got fat
Yep.
for your
I
cooking or
don't throw my
whatever. You
I don't
know,
throw my drippings away.
nope.
Like beef and pork. Nope.
You want to keep it because that stuff comes in so doggone handy, you know, and it's good for you. It really is.
Yep.
And you know, so yeah, and I'm not a big person, but when my late husband was alive, um, he had to go see a dietitian because he had what they said was a heart attack, which it wasn't because nothing added up right on it. Anyhow, this lady, and she was a slightly fluffy lady. She's telling my husband, now you're gonna have to da 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 da. You can't have da 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 da. And she said fat, and he goes, oh no no no, don't have to worry about that. My wife eats the fat. Well, that ain't good for her. He says, no no no, you don't get it. My wife is a skinny little thing. And the lady went, what? He says, yeah. He says, we're kind of like Jack Sprat and his wife. Jack Sprat could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean. And this lady's like, skinny people can't eat like that. He says, my wife is good with the way she eats. Trust me. But yeah, because I'll get cravings for fat. And that's where, when they started cutting out fat, um, even in the early 80s, I loved it when I worked at a meat market because I was able to cut my meat the way I wanted it, fat and all. You know, you can't do that in the stores. They don't want you to have any fat unless it's the fat they say that is good for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I mean, yeah, we got to figure out how to do things and grow food, learn how to forage for it, learn how to cull it and clean it, skin it, make things out of the hides. You don't waste nothing. Believe it or not, you do not waste nothing. So, A lot of people don't get that part. But yeah, and it's just, it's a good thing. It's a dang good thing because there's no reason for everybody to get into this. Oh, we gotta throw everything away. We gotta have new. Gotta do. No,
Yeah.
you don't. It's like, believe it or not, 1950s. The government started pushing diamonds, telling all the women, "Oh, you gotta have your man get you a diamond. Yeah, if he really loves you, he'll get you a big diamond."
Yeah.
Up until then, people didn't know. People couldn't. They didn't care about damn diamonds. Okay, it's like in the 1950s. The government. Oh, guys, you want her to marry you? You have to get her an engagement ring. And on that engagement ring's got to be a big diamond. You're going to go in debt for a while, but hey, it's good. You
You know
know?
what's funny about that? There was a ongoing joke or gag or meme about Valentine's Day. Buy her something expensive, and the joke was a tank of gas, or a canister of gas or a can of gas,
Yeah.
because gas is expensive now. So it's like a 5 gallon, 3 gallon, 2 gallon, whatever size or milliliters, of a tank of gas or a canister of gas. I was like, shit, that's good.
It's
What's
like,
diamond? What's diamond? It's gasoline now.
yeah. It's like, one year my husband went out to get me a present for Valentine's Day. He came home and he got me a frying pan.
There you go,
And
something practical.
yeah, it was practical. And I loved it because that frying pan was what I was going to be using to fix our suppers and meals with, you know. And
And it
another
doubles
year,
as
I
a
remember Dr. Dr. Phil, you know, and I busted up laughing so hard. It was a Valentine's show, and he says, "Oh, by the way, guys, now that means you do not go out and you don't buy her ammo. Ammo does not count as a Valentine's gift, okay?"
yeah, it does.
And I sat down and I wrote that man a letter. I sent it to him an email. I says, "I'm gonna tell you what. This is one chick that would have been very happy with that gift of ammo.
Oh
You
heck
know,
yeah, that's the gift
talk
that
about
keeps on giving.
having news. I still wear the same outfit that I went out on my first date with my wife. I wear the same thing almost every day. Old work clothes." It would upset my wife at first, but she understands. Yeah, now I can stand to waste money on clothes. But yeah, I mean, you get by with what you got,
Yep.
you know? You don't be worried about keeping up with the Jones and the Smiths and the Johnsons because chances are the Jones, the Smiths and the Johnsons don't own what they've got. The bank does.
Oh, that's
Just
cool, dude. So
saying.
yeah, you got spare stuff. That's pretty good. So you won't be running short on clothes anytime soon.
Right, not only that, you know, they start falling apart, getting holes in them and that. You can always make cleaning rags out of them or towels,
Yep.
um, washcloths, stuff like that. You can use them to patch up other clothes with. You could use them to make clothes with. Because you got little man, you know? So, yeah. I mean, we gotta stop this wastefulness stuff. And I stopped it a long time ago. Years and years and years ago. Everybody laughed. I ain't kidding you. When my late husband was alive, everybody laughed at us because we used to go to town. We started out going to town every week, once a week. That was once every 2 weeks. That was once every 3 weeks. That was once a month. And the whole time I'm watching my husband do this, he's like looking at me and I ain't complaining. Well, he didn't realize that I'd already been going to town to get my supplies before him and I got together once a month. Been doing it for years, you know. So, yeah, that's why I do it that way now. And the one store I go shopping in, the girls they all know it. They're like, "Oh, it's that time of the month, ain't it? I'm in town getting my supplies. Piles of spare cloth. Yeah, LL, I've been patching them when they get hold of them. Yep, and I get fussy for that. I have tubes and tubes of them. Yeah, I mean, you
Well, yeah.
can't throw things away.
Well, that's one less concern for him too on clothing. Now he doesn't have to waste time or resources or materials to make clothes when he has
The
enough to
stuff
last him
there.
for a while. You know,
Yeah,
he's already ahead on that pretty much.
yeah. I mean, stuff like that. People can laugh at it, yeah, all they want, but stuff like that, it does help. It does come in handy. Okay, I can show you how to take a kids clothes apart and sew enough of them together that you can make something out of it. The best thing for us has been order online and pick up outside. My wife is bad about impulse buying at the grocery store. I hear you there. Well, I don't have a wife. My husband's not around, and I'm the only one that goes to stores. Nope, I don't impulse. I pretty well stick to my order. But yeah, it's better to get things, have them delivered to your house even. I mean, then you don't have to worry about going and picking them up. You know, up here, we don't, you could order things offline at the Dollar General. Hope you're not in a rush for it because it ain't gonna be ready for a couple weeks. So you can go down and pick it up outside the store. We don't have those kind of services. Maybe Walmart, but that's in a bigger town, 45 minutes away in any direction. So take your pick. You know, it's like baking a cake. Back in the Great Depression, unless you had a family of 11 kids, you didn't make a 9 by 13-inch cake. Everybody made a little 8 by 8 cake, okay? And they would make that cake last for more than one meal. The pieces were much smaller, and you appreciated every bite of it. You know, making homemade cookies and stuff. It wasn't something you did all the time, but they were treats, and that's what a treat is once in a while. Too cheap to have them delivered. No, actually, having things delivered for me is a lot cheaper because a lot of places do free shipping, you know. So, just saying, you know. And I live out in the country, so it's like, okay, you know. Um, yeah, we don't have cities that close. So, I haven't been to a big city in a lot of years, you know. It's kind of crazy, but I don't miss it. Used to live in them. Don't care, you know. So, by the way, you know who we haven't seen, and he's probably been watching, probably been listening, probably been taking notes. Johnny Boy. But
Probably.
then again, he's still tired because he had a long night last night. He had their party. He had Lori's after party. and then Cosmic Cultivators after party. You know, so yeah. No, a lot of places include the shipping and handling. When they do charge it, they include it in the prices. So either way, it's still a lot cheaper. And not only that, it keeps other people from finding out what yeah, got, what you don't got. But yeah, I like going to the store and picking up what I gotta have. You know, it's just one of those gotta do things. You know, and it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You know, but yeah, we all gotta get to where we're used to growing our food. We're used to canning it, preserving it, whatever, dehydrating it, whatever. You know, um, because it's all gonna help out, and it will mean that we don't have the high prices for later. You know, so that's a good thing. That's a real good thing.
Yep.
He texted me a few minutes ago about karaoke this month. Not sure if he's watching or not. His voice is holding up yet? I mean, he's been doing a lot of singing in videos. You want to see some funny videos? Check out the ones that Cajun's been doing. Those are awesome. Awesome little videos. And you never know what John's hairstyle's gonna be or what it's gonna be dressed in next. Just saying, you know. So, it's just, yeah, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. And besides, I like watching you guys. When you do karaoke, I get up the next morning and I watch it. I watch it all the way through. And that's how I start my Saturdays. Because they do it on Friday nights. So, yeah, I watch it on Saturdays. And oh, by the way, before I forget, I was there last night. Okay? I just didn't talk in the chat room. Why was I there? Because I wanted to see how John done the coin toss. Yeah, he didn't let me down on that one. You know. Oh no, Cajun, I look forward to hearing you guys do your karaoke stuff. Um, and then he said he's gonna tame. He's gonna tame Cajun. Wrong answer. And so John took Cajun for his team, and Cinder, she says, well, that's okay. He'll be getting all kinds of gifts this year now. Yeah. So I can't wait to see what she sends him because we have a little surprise coming. And it's in a good way. It's not nothing bad. It's in a good way.
Oh no, JT, that sounded awfully reportable concept right there.
I don't care. What's he gonna do?
I think punishment is the French tickler for that. I don't know.
Nope, his wife will smack him. Haha. Yep. I ain't too shook. Not only that, here's the funny part about it. You know, the old rule that he's got a better chance of taming the badgers than me. Yeah, Exactly, Cajun. You know the old rule? You're supposed to respect your elders.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah.
I know, I'm just just being a
Guess
smart ass.
guess who's older?
Cajun?
No, Cajun's young, honey. So is Johnny Boy.
Homestead?
Just saying. Homestead's about my age, but I still respect them both. It's just yes. And I keep telling John that he cannot suspend people unless he sends them green suspenders. Why? Because he'd go broke to do that. I ain't stupid. Duh. Well, some of us like green suspenders. That's all I can say. I'm going to be so ready for Shed Wars, it's not going to be funny. So ready. I just gotta wait a few more days. You know.
Now, taming
And,
the duck, that's a real challenge.
um, taming the badger is gonna, yeah, that'd be a lot easier than trying to tame Cajun. Cause them Cajun boys, they know how to wrestle those alligators. You know. I'm older than Goat Boy by 2 years. Ooh.
All lathered up in Crisco, shortening.
Gee, he is a younger. Who noted that? No wonder you. No wonder he's got no chance in heinous corpus Christi of taming you. That never works when somebody young says that they're going to tame and train somebody older than they are. The older person's going to look at him and go, at least this is what I do to him. Really? Okay, let's see you do this one. This ought to be good entertainment. And it's free too, because you're going to try to do this and it ain't going to work, but I'm going to let you try. Yeah. I ain't worried about getting suspended this year. I'm on the Goat Boys team. Yeah, I know you're on his team. Remember, I was watching last night. I only missed a little bit of it, so I went back and finished watching where I left off last night. Wasn't that much. But that's okay. And tonight, I'll be watching it for a while. Until I have something I gotta go do, but that's okay. Okay, Cajun. Hi, Lori. I'm older than both of you by at
Hey,
least 10
Lori.
years, Cajun. Ooh. He's 48, he thinks. Well, Miss Lori, you're a young, sexy thing, too. Yeah, you're still a young, sexy thing. She'll only be 59. That was a good age. I remember when I was 59, too. Miss Lori, she got picked on the same team. So, Cajun, you're not the only one there. You got good company.
Yeah, he's got backup in chat, a team member.
Yeah. I mean, see, I do remember some of them that, John picked, but we'll see how it goes tonight. And Lori's the secretary. I still think she needs to get a hard hat and a referee's whistle.
I wouldn't mind having a ham sandwich with cheddar cheese on my team.
But yeah, it's just we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta do what we can do, to help ourselves. Make sure that when I say help ourselves, to be prepared, to be stocked up, to be ready for whatever they
Yep.
throw at us. You know, and how long? I don't have a clue. Nobody does. Some try to say they do, but they don't.
Right.
You know. So
The only truth is time will tell. That's the only real thing that
exactly.
is actual is, you know, and time will know. Because even they don't know. Because there's so many options there that they have at their disposal that they don't know what they're gonna do yet. Until like, hey, you know what? Screw it. We'll just go with secret option E. You know, they don't know.
Right. They might think they know, but they
But
don't
time will
know.
tell. Time will let us know. I mean, we'll see it coming. Well, a
Most
good
people.
amount of people see what's coming just by what's going on.
Well, that's where I was so tickled. I was watching some of the truckers things today, and they went to a certain area, and instead of going clockwise around the outside of that certain area, they were going counterclockwise. And that's all they were doing was circling it. That's it. You know,
Circling the wagons.
they weren't going to go into it, and I understand the why, you know. And it wasn't because they were afraid to, no. It's because it's part of District of Columbia, which means it is not American soil, even though it is part of America. You betcha the truckers. Yeah. If it wasn't for the truckers and it wasn't for the farmers, we'd really be screwed. That's why they're screwing with everybody's weather and stuff so bad. And people can think I'm crazy about it, but it's true. You know, um, we don't never have tornadoes in March this early. And yet last night there were several of them, and several people were killed. You know, it's like down south in the wintertime. They normally don't have tornadoes, you know, in the wintertime. But this is all being done by design because they want to hurt us. So we got to do what we got to do. We got to stand tall. And we can handle this and we can make it, you know? And I'm pretty sure Mima would have stories of information that she heard when she was growing up about the Great Depression because if I'm not mistaken, number wise, she'd have been born at the tail end of it. But they didn't forget it. The people that lived during it did not forget it, didn't, you know, till the day they pass away. They don't forget it. And they understand why their parents done what they done, you know. And oh, by the way, you ever want to hear a duel that can sing really good songs from the 1930s? Okay, she was born at the tail end of it. Listen to Lori and Mima. you know, sing songs together. They sing songs um, of the 1930s. And they're cute songs, okay? But even then, they would make songs up about anything and everything, songs about life that was going on during their time, you know. Gosh, it don't seem like people in the 40s are that old now. Just saying. But yeah, people in their 80s, late 80s, um 90s, those are your Great Depression babies, okay? And I know that for a fact. Me mom, she's in the early 80s, you know. She's just starting out, but that's okay because like I said, I'm sure her mom and dad, her grandparents, aunts and uncles, neighbors talked around her when she was little, and so she heard stories of what it was like for them growing up through the Great Depression, you know. And we can't waste stuff. We can't take things for granted, you know. And we gotta find something to laugh about every day, no matter what. However, if you don't have something of your own, go to Lori's World and watch one of her videos. Her, me, mom, and Dave. Stiff Dave. Oh yeah. You can find all kinds of things to laugh about watching one of their videos. You know, especially where Dave's going to tell Lori, no. That's funny. It is funny, you know. Or talking about the remodeling job of where the cupboards was, where the overhead was, you know. The post was. That's what it was, the post. You know. It's hilarious stuff. But they're sweet people. They are very sweet people, you know. And hang around Lori, you'll learn how to make crafts. She's wicked at it, man. Wicked as in a very good person at doing it. Okay, not wicked as evil. No, she's got it going on, and she explains it to you too. So that way, if you want to do it, you can do it. You know, and it's gonna get to the point where you can take a catalog. Okay, let's say you get a catalog today. All right, and things go on. And sorry about coughing. You're looking at, hey, I want to make that. Can't afford to buy it, but I can make it. I got the stuff. I can make that. Whatever it is, I can make it. Okay, so you sit down, you think it through. Think about how you want it because you don't want it like it is in the picture. And you can make it. And let's say it cost you $1. $1 worth of supplies to make whatever. And in the catalog, let's say they were selling it for $45, $50. You know, although by that point in time, it would have cost even a lot more. Because of their inflation. I
Yep.
mean, just saying. You know,
Good old
so
inflation.
that's why we're so into encouraging people. Get stocked up. Grow your gardens if you can, but definitely get stocked up. Even if you can't grow a plant in a pot, get stocked up. Get prepared because it's gonna get rough before it gets easy. And when it does get rough, you want to be able to go from modern to however you got to do things to function without missing a beat. Because then while everybody else is freaking out and flipping out and all this, that, and the other, and stressing, you're not. And trust me, it is so nice to be able to not stress in those situations. We are probably good for about 6 months with what we have on hand. I don't stop at 6 months,
Nope.
but
You should never put a cap.
no,
Especially if you're gonna bunker down or like homestead. You don't put a cap. You just keep
adding to it
adding to it, Yeah, even if
because
it's a little bit.
what you're doing is you're eating some of it, so you want to keep adding to it. Not you want to add to it what you eat now and some for later. You always want to do that, so that way you end up with more than 6 months because you don't know. This might not last just 6 months. It could last years. Nobody knows. You know. That's why we're saying you don't want to put a cap on it. And even if it is only 6 months, you still want to. I'm running out of room for storage. Well, let's see. I guess David would have to build some shelves. Put some shelves up against the blank wall. I know, I can already hear. He ain't gonna like me. you know, I don't know. Um, yeah, that's exactly how you gotta do it too.
Yeah, any place you can store, a supply, use it. Don't leave an empty
Yeah.
space or an empty or naked nook and cranny. Fill it. Fill it with supplies or whatever you need.
Hey, Lori, you haven't filled Dave's socks up yet.
Socks.
Yeah, I understand that one. But you can still use his socks because, a lot would fit in a sock. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
what's up over here?
hello, Mr. John. How you doing? Want a bed? I'm just trying to be helpful, Lori. I'm trying to, find other things, other places that we can put things. Yes, John, I was there last night. I just didn't talk in the chat room. And I like to see the quarter on your hand. Just saying. Next year. The quarter on the hand. Show it to me. Please. Um They're full of rice. Oh, well, at least you found a good place to put the rice.
Exactly.
See, we're thinking alike here, Lori. Come on, it was there. I'm Hey, I can only take your word. you know, that it was fair. I still think Lori needs a hard hat and a referee whistle, though.
And the Chinese finger trap.
But yeah, exactly. We wrap Dave's feet in towels to keep you warm. I think Danny had to go for a little bit, didn't he? Let's see here. Yeah, he had to get back to work, John. Oh, you know, I guess you're gonna have to just settle for your bromance with Kenny, even though Kenny is not on your team either. But you got Danny, and taming a badger is gonna be a lot easier. Just saying. Yeah, but that's okay. I'm game for good entertainment. So yeah, we'll have to see how this turns out. Just saying.
Just saying. Just insane.
It's okay. We still like you, John. I picked Danny just to spite him. We know this, John. It didn't take rocket scientists to figure that one out last night. God's night. Can you see the chat room?
Yes. Why? What's
Good.
up?
I'm gonna step out the front door. You're gonna be on the perch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just doing some chores.
Well, that because when I'm outside, you know I can't see the chat room.
Right.
So if John
Yep, I
keeps
can see it.
talking, you'll have to tell me. Because it's not summertime where I can take the laptop
Yeah,
outside.
I know what you're saying.
And it's kind of
I'm
a little
well
windy
aware.
up here yet.
Are you getting
So
those 50-mile-an-hour winds?
not that bad, but
You know,
it's
the wind advisory winds that were 20, 25 miles an hour.
no, they did end up saying the 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, but they didn't get that high here. I think it's
Yeah.
because this place is down in the valley. John says hi to you guys tonight.
Yeah, I said hi
Okay.
down earlier. You didn't hear me?
I thought I had, but
Yeah, I said, what's up with the girl? As soon as you said, hi, John.
okay, I can't see because I'm outside now. So
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm kind of doing chores, so I'm like looking back and forth. Stovetop is pretty dirty, so I'm cleaning it right now.
that's okay. But yeah, we need to get everybody to um grow food, prepare,
Well, well, like we
get
talk about, within their means,
right,
I mean, like we're just talking about, 6 months of supply. Okay, cool, because that's more than what anybody has right now. Most people. We're just suggesting to continue to add to it, like you said, because if you're going to be dipping into your supplies, well, you got to replace them.
right,
I mean, that's just wise, common sense to do that. And you want to be prepared for the long run. You just don't want to be, oh, I'm okay with the year's worth. Well, like I said, are you bunkering down? Are you homesteading, or are you gonna relocate? The less you have on you to relocate, that's good because you'll be traveling light. But if you're gonna bunker down, homestead and stuff, you might want to keep adding to your supply.
Right.
The less times you have to leave home, the better.
Yes, that's for sure.
So it's not knocking on anybody. It's just, hey, consider this.
Right, because they are talking about bringing out the rations and start
Yeah,
rationing stuff. And with rations, here's the kicker that most people nowadays don't understand. Yeah, they had the ration cards, or the ration books, and they'd give you a stamp, and you still had to pay for whatever it was you were going to buy. They didn't just give it to you, you had to
right,
buy it.
correct.
And a lot of people don't know that part.
No, they just think, oh, you know what? I got this coupon says, this such and such date and this such amount of stuff. Well, you got to pay for it. It's not free.
Yep.
That's just telling you
And
where to go, what you can get, and what you're being given, and you got to pay for it.
yep. And back in the Great Depressions, like they'd have um, dresses, for example, or suits or pants. They would have good quality, and then they'd have less quality. And
Yeah.
depending on what you could afford, that is what you had the right to buy.
Yep.
Now, here's another thing about the Great Depression that's way different than nowadays. In the Great Depression, flour, sugar, that kind of stuff came in cloth sacks. Sometimes it had print on it, sometimes it didn't. And they would take and soak it and get the print out of it if they didn't want it for a girl, or if it wasn't manly enough for a
Yeah.
guy to be have something made out of. But they would save those sacks up and make clothes out of them. Okay, and the grains they used to sell them in burlap bags. All right. Now, a lot of people think you're crazy about this, but it's true. And when I was in junior high, this is way back when, okay, um, we had this home ec. They don't have that anymore in a lot of schools. But I went to the store and I bought this really neat cloth. And
Oh, John or Willow Gross said, "Can LOL? Can you believe Robert is upset because he thinks I tricked him into getting Courtney?"
well, I'm staying out of things for right now because I'm not on anybody's team. Hint, hint. I have yet to be picked. And last night you guys said that there was like 61 members in the draft. Somebody's gonna have an odd.
Yeah, an odd dodgeball team.
I know I made it to the draft, but just because you make it to the draft, don't mean you get picked. Anyhow, let me continue on with my story. Yeah, what he just said. He shortcut it right to the throat fast. Okay? And that's okay. Sorry. It's a change in the air temperatures. As part of my winter nightmare. But, so, yeah, he did. He traded Bunky for Courtney. So, John, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Just saying. It's okay. It's all good. Nothing for nobody to get upset about, you know. But I can already tell you that you're gonna have better chances of training the badgers than you're gonna be able to train Cajun. And not only that, Cinder said she's going to be sending you all kinds of special gifts. You know, so I can't wait to see what all she comes up to send you. Because the mankini was a good one. The apron, that lovely apron, that was an awesome one. I mean, you know, these gifts. I don't know how she's gonna keep topping them, man. She's setting her bars higher and higher every time. And gee, John, you can't complain. You're getting all these special gifts sent to you from Sender. You're so lucky. Yeah, I'm back in. I can see the chat room now. So, yeah, it's gonna be a good time, a lot of learning. And you know, if I can help one person, it'll be worth it, you know. So, I'm just itching to get outside. There ain't no snow in my garden, and I can't go out to it to start working. Go ahead, Will It Grow, go ahead. But you gotta send her a pair of green suspenders. Just saying. And you suspend her and she will send you even more stuff. So, be prepared. I'm looking forward to see what kinds of gifts you get from her. Wow. My garden's got all kinds of compost on it. It's called leaves. I gotta bust them up yet. Uh-oh.
Leaves.
Lori has a problem. She sent it to the wrong address. Continue on. Yeah, leaves. Great nutrition, compost. And if you need lye, well, then you can burn it and spread the ashes back all over, you know. Suspending the sender would be as effective as suspending the sniff. Oh, the stiff. Sorry. No, last year they said there was no sniff in the roots. And grow anything with Jeff sniffed roots. So it was funny.
Sniffer it.
It was funny.
Nice. Well, just like
You know.
how we were doing that run-on joke with Bex when he said slinters instead of splinters.
Yep.
Slinters. Like, okay, them pisky slinters.
Right. But yeah. So that's what we're trying to do. You know, we're trying to encourage people to get prepared. And oh, by the way, the reason the show is called Prepare to Spring Forward is because next weekend is when we all set our clocks ahead that sets them ahead. Yeah, next weekend is when everybody loses 1 hour of sleep that sets their clocks. People in Arizona, they kind of go to what is it, left? Maybe it's right. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyhow, um, they don't
It's the
set their
hokey pokey,
clocks.
JP.
Yeah, they don't set their clocks. Sorry. you know. So it's it's all good, you know. And another thing is yeah, things aren't getting better, they're getting harder. They're going to affect more people, and that's
Yep.
not good, you know. So it's just we're trying to encourage you to be ready for whatever, you know. Um, because we don't want to see people get hurt. We don't want to see people go without stuff, and hopefully you don't have your head stuck in the sand with your butt sticking up for a good target. You know, you're aware, you're doing what you can within your means, the best of your ability,
Yep.
you know. It's like the old saying in our slogan, you gotta do what you can for yourself, prepare for the worst, and pray for the best. And hey Margie, how you doing? Well, I'm glad you stopped in, Margie.
Oh, Pedmar. Hey,
Yeah,
M. Pedmar.
her first name's Margie.
Yeah, you can call her Margie. I'm just gonna call her by her screen name. It's
M. Pimpar. Or Pedmar. Sorry.
yeah.
Okay, folks, Robert wants to talk. I must go. See you later. All right. You be good, John.
Which done by Pedmar. We've been off for almost 2 hours.
That's okay. Hey, yeah.
I know. I
Every
know. I'm
day that
just
we're up, it's a
just
good day.
teasing.
It's a good day. Um, you know, so that's why I know I'm sounding like a broken record, and that's fine. I'd rather sound like a broken record than not to encourage at all. And I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop encouraging. I'm not going to stop trying to help somebody learn how to do stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, I know what I can do in my yard, even my own neighbors might not be able to do it in their yard because the ground might be different. You know, that close, the ground can be different. You know, what works up here ain't gonna work down in like Arizona.
Well, also like
So,
what we talked about, JT. It depends on the person's willingness. Are they
right,
willing to? Is there a need to, or do they have to?
right. You know, um, that's one thing that's good. You know, we have to all try at least
Yeah.
because I'd rather teach somebody how to grow food than just give them a tomato so that
Right.
they can eat for one meal. You know, I'd
That way
rather
they don't have to
teach
keep.
somebody how to fish for food so they can eat forever instead
Yeah.
of
That way
just
they don't
give
have to
them.
keep coming to your doorstep asking you for sugar.
Yeah, only
Hey,
to
you got
find
any
out
sugar?
that you have
Got any?
supplies.
Yep.
You know, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, y'all. Well, thank you, Christy. But I'm not, do I have all the answers? No. Does any of us have all the answers?
No.
No. Um, it's like growing, teach them how to provide for themselves. Yes, exactly. That's what Shedwares is about. You know, encouraging people, teaching people how they can do gardening
Well,
might not
yeah.
be able to tell you exactly how to do it in your area, but this is how it works for me, you know, and everybody's got to figure out how to do it in the area that they work or they live, because, yeah, like I said, even your neighbor's yard could be different, dirt than what is in yours. So
Yeah, just
we
like
get
how we were talking about before, and what Ultimate Acre said. People are just being conditioned to not be self-sufficient anymore. Because, like we're talking about, people are used to just convenience, everything being conveniently wrapped and put in a cooler, and you just go to the store and buy it, and not have to worry about where it came from, who processed it, what was done to it. It's conveniently there.
right, and it don't always work that way,
Nope.
you know. Especially if they bring out um, rations.
Yep.
Those they sound awesome. They sound wonderful, but after a while, they start making the rations smaller and smaller too.
Well, like I was
So
telling you, that's the more official. Like, okay, you guys accepted it now. Now here's the new, an updated version of rationing. Like I said, since lockdown, even before lockdown, we've been taught rationing, less and less, more, less costs more, and you can only buy so much now. Since the lockdown, you can only buy
right,
so much for your household. Or if you go to the food banks or giveaways, now you're only able to get so much compared to what you were to get before.
right.
It's the Overton window thing, whatever you want to call it.
But yeah, and M- Margie, I am so glad that you're able to do it, even though you're bedridden. Um, Grow sprouts and microgreens on your bedside.
Did you get that one too, JT? The K guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I got hungry. What can I say?
Well,
You
yeah, it
know?
is lunchtime. Well,
Yeah,
a little bit past lunchtime.
it's okay. I had a empty spot in my stomach. You know, it's fun. What can I say? But and anyone wants to get mad because I sound like a broken record, I don't care. You
Exactly.
know. Um, but it was kind of funny earlier. John, you need to tell your spies that they don't come in and say that they're spies and can write you up because that don't go. Teach them how to be a secret shopper type of person. My sons just bring me what I need. That's awesome.
That's good. That
Yeah.
is a good thing.
And you can teach them, and once they figure out how to do that, then they can figure out how to grow, bigger food instead of just the sprouts and the microgreens. You
Yep.
know, your sons can, that is. Um, but yeah, I know what it's like to have difficulties, so that's why I want to see if I can't help somebody that's um special needs, or, you know, physically not able to do something like they used to, but want to do gardening. So my line of thinking is a different line of thinking, and plus I also do things the old-fashioned way. One scoop at a time, baby.
One scoop at a time. I like that. That's actually good. One scoop at a time.
Well, it's good that they can garden. They need to, and just because they're in their 30s don't mean them dogs can't learn new tricks, you
Right.
know? I mean, they watch you grow your stuff and get in your stuff that you need to. Pretty soon it's gonna rub off on them. Hey, maybe mom's onto something here. You know, I don't know. They might be growing their own gardens too. I don't know. You know, but that's why we're here. We're here to encourage. We're here to uplift. We're here to teach others. Hey, don't be afraid to try things. You know. Yeah. Okay. So you never grew a garden before. I ain't gonna hold that against you. I might be able to help you, but I sure as heck ain't gonna hold it against you. You know, because you gotta try. You don't know until you try.
Right.
Yeah. And when they grow up around always growing a garden, chances are when they get older, they decide to, they already know how to. And that's a good thing, you know?
JT, I'm gonna have to dip out now. I'm gonna go run some errands.
Why are we past the 2 up? Okay.
Well,
I
yeah,
think
that
I'll.
too.
I think I'll wrap it up for this week. And you never know. We might go and pop up and do a um surprise show, you know. You
All
know,
right, later, everybody. It was good hanging out with everyone. All right, talk to you later, JT.
all right, you have a good one. Talk with you
You too,
soon.
JT. Thank you.
And remember guys, same place, same time, same station. Keep positive, keep up the good work, keep at it. Stock up while we can and don't get discouraged, all right? God bless you. Talk to you soon. Have a good day. Bye.